Hi, this is Dave Johnson with Day Trade the Markets, and we've just been filled, as you can see here, at 1829.75. I have a blue line across here at 1829.25, which was a support area that we had going into the day today. And as you can see, the market came in and tested it in this time frame, kind of bounced back and forth. Then it fiercely went through there with this what we call a high velocity move, had additional selling, went down even lower, and started to work its way back up. And so this movement back above this high velocity area is good, and we want to go ahead and put in a limit order to buy, which we have done just above that blue line, which is the support, but also, okay, we just got filled on that, also at the low of this high velocity move, where we are expecting to have some level of support. And so, we're in the trade now, and so I should mention too that our software produces different colored bars, and the predominant ones here are the red and the greens. These are level 2 buying and selling, red selling, green buying. The lighter green and red are level 1, which are a little bit weaker. The level 3s, which are our strongest ones, we don't have any of those showing here today. But the kind of market we've been in, obviously, is it's really sold off a lot, and coming down below this area and then turning back up is fairly significant on the short run. Who knows how long it will last, but we're starting to get a bit of a bounce here, and we did come down and test right to the low of that high velocity move. So I want to go ahead and protect this trade. So I'm going to put in a sell stop. We're long from 28.25. The low of this high velocity move is 26.50, so I'm going to put it in at 26.25, just a tick below there. Okay, that's our protective sell stop. Now, because we are long 8, I'm going to go ahead and put an order up in this area to take at least partial profits, and it's likely to get up at least to 32, and so I'm going to put it at 29. I'm going to put it at 20. We are long from 28. The high of this is around 32. I'm going to put it right at the top of that at 32.25. So we're going to sell half of the position on this at 32.25 for a 3-point profit. So I may be trying to stretch a little bit too much out of this on this day trade, but I think we've caught this just at the right time, and let's see if we can get something out of this. So I'll go ahead and just pause the recording so it doesn't get too long, and I will pick it up when needed. Okay, just resume the recording here. The market has come up and hit our price right on 28 to 30 points. So okay, we've gotten out of that first half of our position with a nice 4-point gain, and now what I want to do is I want to reduce this down to 4 contracts, because we've only got 4 contracts left, and I'm going to bring that stop right up to break even, just to be when a market moves 4 points, I really don't want to see that, even though it's only half the position, I wouldn't want to see any kind of loss on that. So just bringing that stop up to break even. So here we are in this trade, and it may, if we get lucky, we could have a short covering rally here, and it could really move up nicely. Already today we've had a huge 45-point range just within the day, not including the gap. For it to make another new low, yeah, it's possible, but not all that likely. Oh good, we're getting to see some more movement higher here. I will go ahead and well, let's just see. This bar could give us more aggression. I might just want to adjust the stop. So let's wait until this bar closes. Okay, so we've got 2 level 1 buying bars, as you can see here, right up to this previous resistance. So I do anticipate a bit of a pullback here, but it could certainly move on higher. It may get pulled back to the top of this selling level 2 bar. As a support before taking another try at this resistance area. But it has moved up to, what did it reach there, 34 and change. It's about 6-point profit. So I'm just going to raise this stop here just a little bit, put it just below this most recent. Let me just stretch these out a little bit so you can see them a bit better now to get a little bit more detail on this trade. So you can see here that the low on this guy here, we've got two level 1 buying bars, these two green bars right here, and the low of the lower one is at 29.50, and right now we have the stop there at 29. So I think that's good for now. I do want to give this, as much room as I possibly can, but by the same token, I don't want to give up all of that 6 points. So we've locked in another few ticks here. And it could also come down and test as well, potentially this key area here where I have the blue line at 29.25. The blue line is the only line that I've put in here manually. All this other information is produced by the software. So we're looking at, yeah, that's at 29.25. So just move that over here. There we go. So we know where that is. We've got our stop in place. Now, if we can get a pullback here and then a rally, I could move the stop up. But I think I'm going to leave the stop just where it is for the time being. And I'll pause the recording and pick it up here. Okay, well, look, we just had a decel bar here. So that gives me some more information, that decel bar low right here. So I'm going to use that now as my gauge to adjust the stop. And I will increase that stop to just 2 ticks below the low of that selling decel bar. We're getting some more rally in here. So my stop now is at 31.50, and hopefully we can get this short covering rally that I mentioned, as a very real possibility. So we've locked in another 3 points or so. Already made the 4 points on that, so we're getting a nice move higher here. So we could get another color bar, another paint bar here. See what color it comes in at, but I think we're good for now. Good, we can really see this rallying nicely. So I'm going to put this recording on pause. Okay, now we've come up to this other area in here. Now I do have 4 contracts left. Okay, we've got a blue bar in here. We've come right up to the resistance area. So I'm going to be a little cautious here. I'm going to go ahead and sell half of this position right in this area here, which is, get out, there we are, we're out of that right there at 37.25 because of this resistance area right in here. So 28 to 37, that's 9 points on the second 2 contracts. And now I'm going to raise this stop up here just a couple of ticks below the low of this blue bar. Low of that is at 33.75, so I'm going to bring it down here to 33.25. So we're now long still, obviously, from the 28.25. We're locking in, what's this, 5 points. We've got our stop now at 33.25. So we're locking in 5 points on this. So this trade is working out nicely. It's good to know those reference areas like this 29.25. And of course, with our software, let me just move this over here so you can see it a bit better. Was this high velocity move as the market moved back above the known barrier, which was this blue line at 29.25 that we knew going into the day. And when it moves through there with such good confidence, which was this high velocity move, and then spent some time up here, really gave us that great trade entry location towards the low of this high velocity move. So that's what really made this trade here work out so nicely. So at any rate, we do have our stop in. And I'm just going to leave this the way it is for the time being. I'll pause the video now and pick it up when needed. Okay, just restarted the recording here. You can see the market has had a nice move higher. It's reached up to 41.50 from our long at 28.25. So this little dip that the market had right here, right after this level 3 buying bar, this blue bar, very aggressive buying came in. It dipped down and gave us decel. I don't really want to see the market get below that, and that's at 35.75. So 35.25. I'm going to raise the stop to 35.25. Yeah, now I might be a little bit tight on that, but from 28 to 35, that's going to lock in another 7 points on the final 2 contracts here. Of course, we've already gotten out of 6 of the 8 contracts. So anyway, just wanted to bring you up to date on that. We are getting a nice short covering rally here. And sometimes these things can be very swift and pretty powerful, but they can also stop suddenly as well, and then that's it. So that's why I've just brought up the stop, be a little bit tighter on that. So, at any rate, I will go ahead and well, it's coming in right now, isn't it? Maybe I'll just keep the recording on here for a moment. See how we're doing here. Okay, it is coming in, so yeah, it looks like we're going to get stopped on this. If we get lucky, maybe it's just going to dip a tick below and not get a stop, because that low is at 35.75. We're at 35 and a quarter, and it just hit 35.50. So it's taken it out by a tick. Maybe we get lucky here, but at any rate, it's been a good trade. We got the okay. We just got filled on that. Well, I don't know what happened there, but. Okay, so we are out of that trade. Worked out very nicely getting long off of this buying acceleration, which was the high velocity move. It dipped down to test the low of it, and then that good short covering rally right after that. So a good trade. We had 4 points on the first 4. We had 9 points on the next 2 and 7 points on the next 2. So trade worked out to be a really nice one. At any rate, this is Dave Johnson with Day Trade the Markets. If you have any questions or comments, just contact us at info@daytradethemarkets.com. And thanks for taking the time to watch. See you next time.